Hey, what's up, you guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if your name is Sean Diddy Combs, oh, things are not looking good for you. Y'all, what am I talking about? Baby, the streets are saying that Diddy's lawyers have ruined his last chance at freedom. That's right. You heard it right. Ruined his last chance at freedom. I know what some of y'all saying. Diddy had a shot at freedom? Yes. Well, okay, no, he didn't. But whatever little hope he had added, his lawyers just took away with this stupid motion to dismiss. On top of that, we're going to talk about the real reason Diddy was out there big stepping in Miami. And last but not least, we are also going to discuss, you guys, one of Diddy's biggest accusers, his only male accuser, the one that is basically directly responsible for the raids on Diddy's house, and all of this coming on his head, okay? Well, aside from Cassie and the other people, little Rodney Jones is going to be on this channel telling his story. We expect him August the 29th. That is Thursday. If you can't make it, make sure you watch the playback. We will be taking a few questions from the members. It's going to be a good time. Don't say I never did anything for you guys. I know what you're saying, Tisa. You did it for yourself. Yes, but I did it for us. We are a family. We are going to be going into everything Diddy, his time in, what he saw, his impression of Diddy. He did a tell-all with the Rolling Stones. He's going to come to YouTube exclusively for the Tattletales and break down everything he knows. Make sure you're there to actually experience that, okay? All right, we got that out the way. Okay, now, really quick, we got to talk about what is going on with Diddy and how his lawyers have truly ruined his last chance at freedom. Now, when we last left our beleaguered heroine, Diddy and Stevie J were all over. And when I say all over, they were all over South Beach, literally trying to make somebody pay attention to him. Now, listen, I said the same thing y'all did. What are you doing there, sir? Do you not have any shame? And then I thought about the actual case, and I said, of course, he doesn't have any shame. But this is the precursor for why they are saying that Diddy's lawyers are leading him down the garden path. Let me be real with y'all, right? People are saying that Diddy's lawyers are actually bleeding him out dry. Everybody knows he's on his way down. They are trying to get the last little round of billable hours. And Diddy is so delusional that every single time something like this happens, right? He loses his mind because people are saying that, as much as people say, oh my God, Diddy said this. No, the people that are closest to Diddy, not all of them, but some of them, I'm just telling y'all what the streets are saying based upon information and belief. Please keep in mind, Sean Diddy Combs and everybody else involved does maintain his innocence steadfastly. He says that he will regain pride for his bloodline, for his business, for everything. And when he is done, he is going to make everybody pay. I'm sure he's going to stop at YouTube first. So, right? But again, let me actually get down to this, right? And they're saying that the reason why Diddy stepped out is because every time he gets a ray of hope, okay, he thinks he can come back from this. Professionally, Diddy 100% believes that he can come back from this. He is a little bit worried about the criminal, but his lawyers, and he has a team of lawyers, seem to be telling him things that make him think everything's okay. We're going to dive into the motion to dismiss because there's a lot of stuff that the media and other people miss that I'm going to combine with the inside information to kind of give you guys the full picture on why I think this holds true, okay? Every single time Diddy gets a glimmer of hope, he jumps back out into the public sphere because he honestly believes he can beat this. Don't believe me? Remember when the raids were taking too long? Not the raids, but remember after the raids came and everybody was waiting for Diddy to get arrested? And I did correctly predict. I said something big was happening on the 17th. I said that it's expected that Diddy will get arrested on May the 17th. And I also said, because y'all can quote me, the only thing that would stop that is if the investigation is expanded. But even then, I was the first to report the investigation has been expanded to RICO and money laundering. You can go ahead and check the tapes. They were there. Ain't no need to argue about things that happened 20 years ago when, baby, we are in the know about what's happening now, okay? when I said that it has been expanded for RICO, racketeering, money laundering, right? Everybody just thought it would be like schmeck trafficking. No, it got expanded. We correctly predicted exactly what it was being expanded to. We exactly predicted that even though it had been expanded and he would not be arrested on the May 17th, as previously reported, something huge was going to drop on May 17th like clockwork. What dropped on May 17th? The federal evidentiary compilation of Cassie and Diddy in that hotel room. I mean, in the hotel hallway. It changed the course. It made everybody see what a cold-blooded, seemingly narcissistic liar Diddy is. We then went over and above and said on this channel, this is exclusive everywhere. You're not going to find this on any other media thing. I'm just saying. We had the scoop first. I know I like to get into my stuff now, but I feel like I need to remind everybody what's going on, okay? This is, now keep this in mind when you listen to this. We were the first to say that everybody should be on high alert, that Diddy, number one, is going to try to make a half-butt apology to Cassie. Not only did we say he was going to try to make it, we did a live on the watch. We said, Diddy is not going to drop it tonight. He's going to drop it sometime around 11 a.m. Sometime around 11 a.m. the next morning. Not only did we predict the apology, we predicted exactly what he was going to say in the apology, and we predicted in the exact order he was going to say it. We literally read the apology for him. Guess what? The apology dropped at, I believe, 11:17 a.m. the next morning, just like we predicted. Again, maybe I'm psychic, but when I tell you that stuff is coming, I don't know. I feel like sometimes it actually comes through. Okay, so anyway, okay, sorry. So that's my mom. For people that have parents, you know the way they are. Anyway, y'all, right? Where was I? Okay. Diddy believes he can make it. Let's not forget that Christian Combs, when they thought that he was going to be arrested, and everybody was like, oh my God, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Where is it? Where is it? As soon as 3 weeks passed, and some people are like, oh, what's taking so long? And I was like, sir, this is not an episode of Law and Order. You got to let the feds, Homeland Security investigations, you got to let them cook. What actually happened? Well, I'll tell you what happened. Christian Combs released a diss track. Now, yes, we in the rest of the world clowned Christian, but if you remember from the actual diss track, they thought that they were going to rebuild their public image. Every single time he gets a ray of hope, Diddy is out walking around. The first time he was walking around with Stevie like a weirdo over in Miami, like back in May. Why was that? Because he thought that he didn't even think that he was under federal investigation. He thought that all he had to do was discredit all his victims and keep on walking into the sunset. All right? Listen, he had to go and he had to walk into the sunset. So now we have, what is today? Star date, August 28th, a Wednesday on the Gregorian calendar. This is what we saw Diddy doing on the beach. Now, oddly enough, right? Right here. Where's our stuff? Because I do want to just laugh for a moment. How much things have changed since the first time? When all these accusations first came out from Cassie and Diddy was forced to settle and all this stuff, when Diddy last tried this, there were people jumping out of cars, running up, wanting to take pictures, all this. Look at this now. Diddy is out here looking hot as hell in the Miami summer in a navy blue Gucci two-piece with his main boo, Stevie J. But look at the way everybody on the beach reacts to him. This should have been the first thing that something was up, that Diddy, the scam's over. People are asking, where's our stuff? What's going on? I know if I saw Diddy, I'd be like, where are the kids? Where's anyone? Where's your girlfriend? Where's your brother? As a matter of fact, grab everybody you know and everybody just sit on their hands, literally. I don't think Diddy can get through all that. Look at this. Walking around. Why Stevie limping? Look at Diddy. He's waiting to be swarmed by fans. Half of them are just like, who is this crazy person in dark stuff on a suit? Anybody's ever been to Miami in the summertime, y'all know how insane. This is some diabolical, insane work. He already look insane coming out, but he's looking around, trying to get recognized, hoping to get recognized. To him, this is the beginning of him getting his career back. Here he is. Now, I think they probably paid these people. You can't tell me, because at the end of the day, this young lady taking a selfie with Diddy, right? And Diddy smiling. Let me say this. I think this woman is a paid actor. We're about to get into the motion to dismiss and all the legal paperwork, but just let me have some fun, right? Do you know why I think this woman is a paid actor? I'll tell you why. Because who, where, what, how, who you sending that picture to? Who you sending that to? Your brother? Oh, y'all, Sean Combs fan? Look who I saw. Your brother would be like, what? Do you have something need to tell? Do we need a family? Who are you going to send that to? Your father? Look who I saw. Oh my God. Who are you going to send that to? Your mom? They are probably going to have a prayer circle and cry for you. They're going to sit you down and be like, what? You tell me nothing. I was just, it's okay. We love you. You can tell. They're going to hold up a teddy bear in front of you and be like, tell me what happened. Point to where Sean Combs touched you. Who in this day and age can show a picture of themselves with Diddy and not be looked at as either an enabler, a victim, or out of their minds crazy? In fact, you can't even say crazy. You're either an enabler or a victim. There is no other way that you can show pictures of yourself with Diddy, unless you're selling it to the paparazzi, but I don't think she sold any pictures. So again, I think they're paid actors, but look at this. A whole beach full of people. Do you know what this would have looked like if this was 2023, August 28th on the Gregorian calendar? Do you know how this beach would have been swarmed? Do you know people would have been like, Diddy, Diddy, Diddy? Do you know how he would have been Harlem shaking? Take this money. Do you understand what would have been going on? Gosh. So I'm glad that no matter what things they try to do in the PR, it's just not taken in the public. It's just not taking. Look at this. This woman's out of her mind. If you guys recognize this woman in an orange swimsuit, please do not drag her or insult her. If you are a friend of her, I need you to show her some love. I need you to walk her to the nearest church and let the Lord embrace her and know that she is loved and she don't got to do this. I'm serious. And the guy in the orange... Funny thing is, Diddy, I'm about to get to the serious stuff, but let me cook. Funny thing is, I feel like Diddy is kind of like angled to the side because I feel like Diddy is kind of angled to the side because at the end of the day, Diddy is probably like scheming on Mr. Orange Shorts. He loved a caramel complected man. He probably like, I like the way that orange look on you, son. Looking like a sun kiss. I want to sip. He's probably like, hurry up and take your picture and we got to go. Okay, so here's Diddy with the first attempt. Again, they did a fist bump. They did something else. There's another. Oh wait, I was about to say that's another Wayward Soul, but that's Stevie J and his Silk the Shocker pajamas waving in the wind. Can you tell me why these ninjas got on New Balances, got on ankle socks, got the textures? You got on silk, satin, polyester. I don't know what Diddy's money because it's dwindling. You got on silk, maybe, or I think Diddy got on a silk Gucci two-piece. Stevie, he keeps Stevie on a budget. So Stevie got looked like he got on a Amazon Prime polyester set blowing in the wind. That's polyester, if you ask me. With some damn New Balances and ankle socks in the damn sand. You already know these ninjas are on some dark Air Force One energy. Just it radiates. Anybody from the 305 know what I'm talking about with those dark Air Force One, the black Air Force One energy? It's radiating off the sand. Okay, hold on. Here we go, right? Let's go. Here's Diddy also trying to return to his initial splendor, walking around. Look at him, looking for the paparazzi. He spent all his lunch money. Look, they look right in the paparazzi lens. Then he like, wait, hold on. It's supposed to look natural. Having the time of my life being innocent. Look at innocent me. Try again. Anyway, look at him going through all these motions. Oh, by the way, did I mention I have a special live with Little Rod, one of Diddy's biggest accuser and his only male accuser, that will be coming to this channel, speaking in his own words, in his own time. The chat will be subscribers only, okay? It will be subscribers only, but all you got to do is subscribe to the channel. So it's pretty much free. Make sure you turn your notifications on so you catch that time, okay? I know everybody's asking, when is the time? The time is going to be sometime in the afternoon, but with things like this, I don't want YouTube or anybody else to shut the live down. So it's going to be a pop-up live. Make sure you have your notifications on. I will give the notification 15 minutes before we go live, okay? All right, so let's get into this, right? Let's get into this. Diddy's motion to dismiss. Sean Combs, Justin Dior Combs, Cuba Gooding Jr., Lucien Charles Grange, Christina Coram, Love Records, Motown Records, Universal Music Group, Combs Global Enterprises, John and J. Doe's 1 through 10, ABC Corporations, blah, 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 blah. Now, let me just say this, right? When you look right here, the first thing that strikes before we're getting into the legal paperwork now, right? If you're watching this on replay, I'll put the timestamps. Some of y'all don't like jokes. Do y'all want to know what type of ice cream I ate? I cannot make homemade ice cream today. So I'm stuck with the little Haagen-Dazs bars and the Magnum bars. But I'll be honest with you, I don't like chocolate dipped ice cream at all. White chocolate, I just, I'm not into this, right? Okay. So anyway, let's get into this. So you look at this, right? The first thing that, let me just say a quick what's up. Joanna Hung said, what's up, TT? Love your podcast, girl. Keep up the good work. And woo, thank you. And when are they going to lock that demon Diddy up yet? Don't worry. Homeland Security is on it for sure. Also, I want to give a shout out to B. You guys say what's up to B. She is the best moderator in the world. Thank you so much, girl. And thank you for gifting 5 memberships. You guys, everybody say what's up to B, okay? So let's get into this live stream. What's the first thing we notice, right? Because I realized with Diddy and the legal thing, one of these things is not like the other. A lot of things that people actually missed are something very obvious on the face of the complaint, okay? Or the motion to dismiss, rather. Do you guys notice a name that's never been inserted? It was not inserted by Rodney Jones. It was not inserted by his attorney. It is not on any of the legal documents. The name that we are looking at is Justin Dior Combs. Now, it is said, and it's been said by a lot of people, including myself, that you look at Christian. Christian is actually facing rape charges for something that happened on his papa's rented yacht, okay? Diddy had a chance, I would imagine, to settle those great claims and keep Christian out of this and save his son. He chose not to. He literally let Christian come out because people are saying that one of his legal strategies is because the Combs, much like Bill Cosby, has like perfect Black family, perfect Black love, that, and this is before the raids came, okay? That if the Combs as a dynasty are threatened, then 100% people will act up, people will be upset, and people will rally around them because they like the idea of Black love, perfect father, doting dad, doting billionaire father who spoils his kids and and even though he just can't commit, he's a loving person. And I'm not going to lie, a lot of people actually bought into that. And I bought into that too. I thought it was a good fantasy. Who doesn't like perfect families, especially when they look like mine? Who doesn't like a perfect family? Unfortunately, Diddy thought that if his sons were dragged into this, the public and their fans would also rally around him because at the end of the day, he still thinks he can turn public sentiment around. Now, why am I bringing up Christian Combs? Because Christian Combs actually has a suit against them. But do you know who was never named? Do you know who never had his name mentioned? Do you know who was never dragged into this? Justin Dior Combs. I find it interesting that as much as Misa is going in for Justin, and don't get me wrong, Misa should be defending her son. She should be doing everything she can to save her son from this monster that we call his father. Why is Diddy's attorneys roping Justin Dior Combs into this lawsuit when he was not named in the lawsuit? Why? Because as much as people don't want to admit it, and as much as Diddy's lawyers are always throwing stuff around, at the end of the day, Diddy's lawyers are playing the same PR game that every lawyer plays in SA cases. Every lawyer plays it. The only problem is Diddy's lawyer is playing it, or lawyers, right, are playing it to lose. Okay. Now, so first thing that's super, super odd is they actually roped Justin into this and named. Again, Diddy is once again, in my opinion, using his sons to run interference, hoping that people that have love and sympathy for his sons, that love and sympathy will now extend to him since they're all knit together. The only problem is Diddy's the one making it all in together. Let's also not forget that people have said that at the end of the day, Misa, and let me just say, I don't know how true this is. This is just idle things that I've heard. Go do your own research or make up your own mind. Misa has been encouraging Justin to say, listen, you need to save yourself. Your dad made his own decisions. Your brothers made their own decisions. If they're innocent, they're okay. But Justin, you have a lot to lose. You could have gone to Harvard. You should have gone to Harvard. And then your father couldn't have gotten you close. Save yourself by roping Justin into these proceedings, even though Little Rod's attorney is just like, I didn't even put his name in. Anyone that read the court documents would know that. It's a clever strategy that one could argue narcissists do, of triangulations, or the whole thing of like everybody has to go down. Everybody's in this together. Again, why is Justin's name being thrown out all of a sudden? And don't give me, oh my God, he owns these companies. The companies are actually named as Love Records, Motown Records, Universal Music, Combs Global Enterprises, John and J. Doe's 1-2-3, and ABC Corporations 1 through 10. If you sue a corporation, you do not sue the founder or CEO because of the way liability goes. You sue the actual corporation. You see what I'm saying? So that's the first thing that was already odd. Let me cook. We get into why Diddy's lawyers took away his last little bit of hope. Okay. Now let's get into what I think is one of the biggest reasons why they actually took away. Okay. Because when you look at all the lawyers that actually signed this complaint, you need all the lawyers on a motion to dismiss. A lot of people have doubted what lawyers Diddy actually has. Since I have the documents, I will read them. Okay. This was signed on August 26, 2024. Sheer Tremont LLP, Erica A. Wolf, Michael Tremonte, Mark Carocco, whatever, Kate Resner, blah, 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 blah. Attorneys for defendant Sean Combs, Love Records, CEO, LLC, Combs Enterprises, this, that, and the third. Diddy, I'm going to stop reading names. Diddy has 11 lawyers on this. This thing is 33 pages. We don't even need to be legal experts to say, do you honestly believe that you need 11 lawyers to write a 33-page brief where you are basically saying nothing is true? You guys, why is Diddy's lawyers taking away his last shred of hope? First of all, let's call what this is. A lot of people are like, oh my God, it's a motion to dismiss. No. In my opinion, they are bleeding their prize pig. In my opinion, everybody knows that Diddy's about to go down. And this is nothing but a complicated billing exercise. They need to get as much money as they can out of Diddy before it all comes crashing down. The fact that they are doing this billing exercise, giving Diddy false hope, when at the end of the day, do you know how much this 33-page letter of nothing actually cost Diddy? Do you know Diddy's lawyers are estimated to be between $1,800 and $2,500 an hour? Diddy at this point has 9, 10, 11. I don't know how many lawyers working for him. They are all working 8, 9, 10 hours a day. They are all doing this stuff. His legal fees are estimated to be about $180,000 a week. I know some people are like, you all cap. How can it be $180,000 a week? This is not traffic court, sir. feds are about to put you and your whole bloodline away if you keep playing around. Trust and believe there are a lot of wheels moving. Here's the thing. We know what the feds have shown us so far, right? And by shown, I mean what they've shown the general public, not me personally, right? We know from the outside looking in. We know through lawsuits, we know through this, we know through that, just piecing things together, right? Diddy knows what he did. Diddy knows where the bodies are buried. And Diddy also has top level lawyers that now run their own extremely rarefied air, top dollar, white glove law firms. But guess what? They used to be deep in the Southern District of New York. They used to be deep in with the feds, these lawyers, because a lot of the best lawyers used to work as prosecutors for either the state, the government, the FBI, the Homeland Security. They used to work as prosecutors, U.S. attorneys. They set up this, they set up that. And then when it's time to go private, why are they able to charge so much? Well, on top of being some of the best prosecutors, when they're ready to go private, and private always means you are going to be a defense lawyer or even lawyers for plaintiffs, but most likely defense. Why are you able to charge so much? There are plenty of good lawyers because you're taking all those years and years and years of connections that you made, people that like you, trust you, care about you. You take those connections and you take them to your client, because at the end of the day, we can all ask, oh my God, what's going on in the grand jury room? I guarantee you that if they have any of those connections, that have any connection to anything that's going on in the grand jury, they know for sure. I do also want to point out that we did do an exclusive live about one of Diddy's charges are expected to be attempting murking. I know what you guys are saying. Okay, Tisa, you got anything else? Yeah, I'll give you guys details, because I'm telling you, when this comes out in the indictment papers, y'all gonna be sick of me. I'm gonna be sitting here eating my ice cream, doing a victory lap. Take this money. I'm gonna be sick. Y'all gonna be sick of me. Y'all gonna be sick of me. The woman that Diddy hung over the 17th floor balcony on Cassie's birthday by her chest. People are saying it was horrific. I'm not getting into the details. It was brutal. It was a whole thing. He hung her over the balcony by her chest. This woman had horrendous, not just PTSD, but actually damage to her body. He told this woman, I'm going to blank you. It was a whole scene. You'll see it in things. It was horrific. Her name starts with a B. That is B as in boy. We can call her Bonita, if you will. Her name starts with a B. I am the only person to report it. I know y'all sick of me bragging, but I got to remind people. Okay? But when the papers come back, I'll be there to do my victory lap, okay? So anyway, the point is, Diddy is paying these high-profile lawyers the same way you pay, I don't know, how much is a traffic court lawyer? The same way that there's a lawyer for traffic court that will do the whole thing for $1,500, and there's another lawyer that'd be like, I'll do $5,000, but you'll get your license back. Who are you going with? The one that's guaranteeing you the license because he's playing golf with the judge, or the traffic court judge is his like father-in-law? Or someone that's saying, I'll just charge you $1,500 flat fee. You'll save some money and I'll do the best I can. You going with the one for $5,000. It don't matter whether he's 3, 4, 5 times more. He is worth it. Much like the same thing with these high-powered, high-priced criminal attorneys. This is the way it goes, all right? So, in any case, right? Let's get into this. Okay, so let me pull these legal documents back up because there's a lot we have to go into. And their motion to dismiss. Okay, so they start off by saying that they write their arguments going through the table of contents. It's a very well-written brief. I'll give it to them. But most BS is also well-written because it has to be, because everybody knows it's BS. Plaintiff has failed to state a RICO claim. Plaintiff lacks standing. The SAC fails to plausibly plead a pattern of racketeering. The SAC fails to plead relatedness or continuity. The SAC fails to plausibly plead an enterprise. Now, off the bat, we already know that this is BS. Do you know why? Class, do you know why? Would anyone like to answer the question? Because at the end of the day, the federal raid already said this. When you plead something, you only need plausibility and you need to state a claim for which relief can be granted. Plausibility does not mean you have to prove everything on paper. Plausibility means that more likely than not, it could have happened. Not that it did, but it could have happened. What is that? Plausibility. I'm a green person from Mars, right? Now, some of y'all, and I know which ones, what's up, guys, can think, yeah, that's true. But the majority of people are saying there's no life on Mars. And if there is, we don't know that they're green. And as a matter of fact, I was there when Tisa was born. She is a human woman. She is not green. Therefore, she cannot be from Mars. This is not plausible on its face. Okay? Again, plausibility does not mean when you're pleading that you have to have everything outlined or you have to have ironclad proof. It just means that there is enough that if what is on the paper is true, you can win. Plausibility would say Tisa is she was part of the what's plausible? Tisa was part of the 2024 Best Ice Creams of Minnesota contest, right? Do you guys know if that's true? No. However, is it plausible that I won, that I participated in the Minnesota Best Ice Cream Makers of 2024? Well, I'm always talking about ice cream. I'm always eating ice cream. My parents taught me to make ice cream, and I have been in Lake Wobegon, Minnesota, right? Okay, so maybe that's all you need to actually get your things in front of the judge. The fact that Diddy's lawyers are bleeding him by putting this crap out here, it makes you wonder. But it also makes you wonder that maybe Diddy's demanding it and they're just like, just write something up. Oh, to actually state the second part is stating something for which relief can be granted. Why is that important? Because I can say that somebody did all this stuff to me, but if I can't prove that I actually had any type of damage, then it can't go to the court of law because the court seeks to make people whole. If there's no remedy the court can give you to make you whole, then there's no relief that can be granted. Do you know what I'm saying? If the only relief that can be granted is you feel better, the court's like, we can't make you feel better. We can't make you do anything. Now, if you say that money won't make me feel better, them going to jail is going to make me feel better, then the court will come in and be like, oh, okay, we can do that. Little Rodney is seeking monetary damages, okay? So there is a claim for which relief can be granted. Why is this important? Because Little Rodney does not lack standing. Why do we know that? Because in RICO cases, standing means that you have to be directly involved. The case has to go to its core, something that's affecting you. But more importantly, whatever you're suing about has to still be going on. So let's just say you're suing about pregnancy rights, okay? And let's just say that for pregnant moms, and let's just say you take your case up to the Supreme Court, but by that time you are no longer a pregnant mom. You lack standing because the relief that you wanted, it doesn't apply anymore. There's nothing they can give you as a pregnant mom that can make things easier because you're no longer a pregnant mom. You lack standing. However, in a RICO case, that doesn't really play very well because RICO cases, if you guys don't know, they continue until the whole criminal organization is dissolved or until one of the people involved literally says, I am no longer involved, and you go to the authorities and you try to stop it. Diddy has done none of that. So when you're saying it's no standing in a RICO case, and don't forget these laws were made to fight organized crime. I believe Italian organized crime. It was made to fight organized crime because the old laws, they kept getting out of it. That's why the RICO is, well, as long as this organization exists, this RICO, right? Racketeering, criminal organization, it's still actually happening. Diddy, whatever he's doing, has not dissolved it. The Combs enterprises are still up and running. And Little Rod is asserting that those enterprises are actually criminal. But let's keep going, right? Um, they failed to plausibly plead a pattern of racketeering. How could you possibly plead when we saw the federal raids? The feds have proven Little Rod's plausibility. He's saying it's happened. The feds are saying it 100 happened. I don't know. Did it happen? Well, see, that's what a jury is for, because the jury actually decides. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Oh, hello. Sorry about that. Had a quick question. Anyway, y'all, to make a long story short, right? A pattern of racketeering, the feds are investigating. Again, did it actually happen? A lot of people don't realize with the pleadings, the people that decide questions of fact is whether something happened or not. Who do you believe? That is for the jury. The judge's only job up to that point is to make sure he doesn't bring BS in front of the jury. The judge is not like, if the judge brings in a bunch of stuff about whether like the ghost of John F. Kennedy possessed me on my last live to talk trash about like someone that don't even got money for kitchen plates, right? Yeah. The jury's gonna be like, why don't you bring this BS in front of us? Like, what are you doing? However, if you bring something plausible, that is where both sides come together and plead it. Again, this is nothing but a billing exercise. It's not up to them to he possibly pled racketeering, relatedness, continuity, and even enterprise. Now you arguing that this fool don't know the definition of what an enterprise is? It's ridiculous. The fact they said that he failed to state a claim to which relief can be granted. Okay, whatever, right? Again, he fails to state a blanket assault claim against Mr. Combs. Now, we read Rodney's lawsuit down. He 100% did. Premise liability against Mr. Combs fail. That's impossible. This happened on Chalice Studios, which was a love recording studio thing. It also happened in his Star Island, Manhattan back. The emotional distress claim against Mr. Combs fails. This man is pleading that he saw somebody get pow-powed in a bathroom a few feet away from him. And you're trying to say he can't plead emotional distress? That is the legal textbook definition of emotional distress. Breach of oral contract claim fails. Maybe. They cite a litany of cases, right? Definitely cite a litany of cases, but let's just get into this because I feel we need to talk about this. I actually made some notes. You guys know how I love a good PowerPoint presentation. I actually made some notes to actually go. I actually made a few notes to go over this, right? Let's start from the top, okay? Listen, here's the one thing why the feds basically, from a legal standpoint, not the blogs, but from a legal standpoint, why the feds made Diddy look so bad and so guilty. And this is the one thing that everybody keeps skipping over. Do you know when all this was missing? Can somebody take a guess? Can somebody take a guess what is missing? Okay. Where's his declaration? See, every single time you file something, if there's a question about whether you're being truthful or if you're demanding, hold on. Hello. Sorry. Hello. Hey, I'm on live. Can I get your call back? Okay. Bye-bye. Okay. So sorry, I had to take the call. One of those, one of the things that's actually missing from this, when you are pleading something, when you want somebody to believe you or when you want something to get dismissed, okay? They can't just go on your word alone. What do you need? You need a sworn affidavit or you need a sworn declaration. For instance, when Little Rod filed this case, he did a sworn declaration that everything he says is true. He has this, he has that, he has proof. Okay, now I know what you're saying. Anybody can sign a sworn declaration. What's the big deal? You'd have to be stupid not to. Let's see, you know who didn't? In all these 33 pages that his lawyers threw out so they could find a way to bleed Diddy dry of his money, a fool and his money are soon departed. And every time they do this, he gets some hope and he go out there Diddy bopping on the Miami beach. But I know he's getting sad because each time he shows his face, he's becoming more and more of a pariah. So good job, USA, good job. But do you know who didn't give a declaration? You know who wrote 33 pages of this is a lie and this is a lie, Your Honor, we want this dismissed. Do you know who did this? Diddy and his lawyers. The one thing I want to ask you guys are, where's Diddy's sworn declaration? Where's Diddy's sworn declaration, like Little Rod and everybody else, saying, well, guess what? To the best of my knowledge, everything I said is true. And I think you guys should believe me. Where is it? Right? He did not give any sworn declaration denying any of Little Rod's claims under penalty of perjury. I would like to say Little Rod has submitted this to the court, and it is par for the court when you are doing a motion to dismiss to have a sworn affidavit under penalty of perjury. Now, does anybody know why he wouldn't do that? Do you know why he wouldn't do that? Because Diddy can't give a sworn declaration under penalty of perjury. The feds have all the video. The feds have all the evidence. I know it. You won't. I think it. You think it. The feds 100% know it. And judging by the way Diddy is moving, the feds know it true. If Diddy swears under penalty of perjury in this case, denying any of Little Rod's claims from racketeering, organized crime, Ubering, ladies of the night, up to his Star Island mansion, we're going to get to that. If he does it, do you guys know that it will 100% be used against Diddy in a criminal case? He can't do it. He knows it. His lawyers know it. And that's why, as much as he leaked this to the blogs and they made this big splash, and Diddy still thinks he's fighting like a PR war in the blogs, Diddy, where is the basis for this motion to dismiss? Again, is it starting to look like a billing exercise that his lawyers are doing just to bleed him out of whatever money he has left before he actually goes to the criminal case? Because please know, this is on the civil side. Diddy's criminal case is going to bleed his pockets dry, because you know that old saying, your arms are too short to box with God. Baby, when it comes to criminal cases, the Department of Homeland Security investigations, they are God in the Southern District of New York. And Diddy, you ain't got money enough. You just don't. You just don't. On top of that, by releasing the Cassie tape, it was actually a very skillful maneuvering that all of Diddy's billionaire friends, high-profile friends, that maybe would have gave him money, maybe would have stood by him, maybe would have helped, baby, they scattered. The lights came on and they were like, no. They scattered. They scattered. One, do you want your case? Do you want your name coming up in some bank transfer records for the rat Jeffrey Epstein? Do you want that? Do you want to explain? No, I stand by him. Let me tell you something. No shade to Young Miami. I hope her podcast does very well. I'm sure it will. Come on, right? There were 70,000 people in her chat. So, of course, it's going to do well. I guess Santana's going to be her co-host. That's a great thing. But you notice, as many powerful friends as Diddy has, Miami was the only person front and center. Oh, and Daphne Joy were the only people front and center literally talking about, he's a good man, Savannah. I love him. And his God is my witness. I never leave in that man. He loved me. He made me feel secure about, Young Miami hit us with some. And again, I'm not. If she ever wants to tell her story, I'm waiting on it. Do I believe that's the whole story? It can't be, because of what we know of Diddy, but then also what we know even about Southside. It can't be the whole story. And when she's ready to tell her whole story, I'm here to listen. I really actually am. I think we all are here to listen. But when she hit us with, he made me feel secure. He let me sit in my woman energy. I said, yeah. You sit up here on this thing looking so pretty, everything sitting, Santana looking good, beautiful set, and you want me to listen to this Hallmark special stuff about he made you sit in your womanhood? I mean, you tried it, but you know what? Gotta pay the bills anyway, right? Now, right? Also, everything they're saying fails in this whole complaint. It fails on the face of the complaint for other reasons too. For one, for one, they're saying that they didn't plead specifically exactly why he got assaulted. Okay, that's not you're it's no need to do that. You know, there is no need in the history of America for any SA victim to plead in detail how in the original complaint how they got assaulted. Okay? He gave the who, the what, the when, the where, and the how. He said when Young Miami's cousin was directed by Diddy. He said another time he woke up naked and things hurt. He said all this stuff. To actually get into the minute detail, that is unnecessarily salacious. And I find it odd that before Diddy's lawyers were trying to turn Little Rod's attorney into a laughing stock, and now that the tables have flipped, I find it very, very odd that now they want more. Do you want an anatomy lesson? Do you want like literally pictures and pointers to the bear? Do you want something saying bow chicka baba? He has 100% pled that. But there's more. Hold on, y'all. Get back to my notes, right? Listen, but here's the thing. To say that there is no evidence or anything is too vague, that just felt like it drops on its complaint because you know in Little Rod's lawsuit, they included Uber receipts. They included Uber receipts, they included text messages, they included receipts of the ladies in the night coming up in an Uber that was paid for by Diddy or Diddy's people to come to a Star Island mansion. Now, why is that so important? Because Diddy and them are playing on the fact that he think we all broke brokies. And to be fair, ain't nothing wrong with being a broke brokey, right? We are broke brokies, according to Diddy and his billionaire friends, right? But they have included text messages about the prostitutee. They have included names, phone numbers, text message, initials of the names, right? They even included the phones. They included dates of visits. Listen, the dates of visits and everything else. And I'm sure if pressed, they have the amount of money these women were paid. Now, why is it so important? Because has anybody ever been to Star Island? Not the crazy Diddy, the gates go down in 12, but has anybody actually ever been to Star Island? Star Island has some of the richest multi-millionaires and billionaires from definitely Miami and some Latin American, the Caribbean, this and that, right? All over the world. Star Island is so elite. Star Island has its own security, its own road stops. Let me just tell y'all this. If any of you guys try to go down to Miami and you try to get on Star Island, you ain't getting there. Star Island has 1 million security checkpoints. They have 1 million IDs. Let's not forget that people get robbed and home invasions in Miami all the time. Star Island is one of the most secure places you can live. That's why those millionaires and billionaires, even Jeff Bezos bought something out there, has one of those, they know that they can leave their ish, go away for 8 months, do whatever, and come back, and their ish is still going to be there. You cannot get to Star Island, on Star Island, or anywhere in Star Island. It is like a little bridge that dries out, but you can't get through unless, one, you were specifically invited, and two, even if you're invited, you got to clear 1 million security checkpoints, because the last thing they need on Star Island is anybody getting robbed or worse. There's too much money around. The world's richest man lives on Star Island right now or has a house. The fact that they are trying to act like There's proof that these women came. There's proof through text messages what they were there for. And this is included in Little Rod's original complaint. There's proof of all this stuff. All this proof. And they still acting like this is implied with certainty. What is going on? Diddy's team really tried it. And I'm literally on the fence about like, so I keep thinking about it because that's all I do. Did Diddy force them to do this? And they're just like, oh, so embarrassing, but he's paying us. We got to do. Or are they just bleeding Diddy for money? There's only one or the other. This is a mess to even put this out. Again, why is it a billing exercise? Because when clients start to get in trouble, they're just like, they start fussing. What are you doing for me? So what do they actually do? They start doing things and moving around so they look like they're active and giving you a sense of like, we'll beat this. But in the meantime, you just walking around Star Island and your Gucci two-piece and your Amazon Prime. I will say this. I understand that. You know, for me, if we outside and my man is dressed down, why am I in the Amazon two-piece? We're either both in the Amazon two-piece or we both got the issue on. Stevie J needs better self-esteem. He really does. He got you out here in like sneakers, ankle socks, and the Amazon polyester two-piece that I know must be funky in the middle of the Miami heat. And he in a Gucci two-piece. Whatever happened to ride together, die together, stay fly together? I don't know. Stevie needs some self-esteem. That's all I'm saying. He needs some self-esteem. Getting back into this stuff, right? Again, you're not going to get past security unless you're a resident, okay? So to argue that it is too vague when the logistics themselves prove the point, yeah, it's crazy, all right? It is player. This is nothing but a billing exercise that his latest set, because he keeps cycling through lawyers, because all lawyers are like, we don't know what to tell you, where you want us to go with this. He gets mad and he gets a new set of lawyers. His latest set of lawyers, right? They're going to get all their little money now before he gets that indictment. And make no mistake, that indictment is coming. Okay. Listen, I will say that they said that they made complaints about a Little Rod's complaint being written too salaciously. I will say this. If you have an issue with people writing salacious complaints, if you have an issue with people accusing you of doing bad things, if you have an issue in all that stuff, do you think it might be a good idea for you not to be on videotape doing one of the most horrific beatdowns we've seen in the last 10 years on a woman you claimed you loved and begging her to come home? Do you know that right now there are men who are claiming that Diddy gave them something? And no, it wasn't a gift for Christmas. There are people waiting in the wings to file suit off of some of the most nasty, degenerate stuff you have ever heard. The fact that Diddy's team, I don't think that they thought this lawsuit was going to get dismissed. Also, really quick, you guys, if you could hit the subscribe button, like button. You guys hit that subscribe button to get your notifications. Don't forget, Diddy's only male accuser, his biggest and only male accuser, will be on my channel on the 29th. We're doing the exclusive live. He is going to be taking questions, and we are going to not just get to the bottom of it, but actually hear his story in his own words. We don't got to go 20 years back to hear some losers recap like what happened. We had the current stuff, the stuff that the feds raided over. Oh, y'all didn't know that? The stuff that the feds raided over. These last 5 years, Ronnie was there. He saw a lot. He has the receipts. We'll get into it. And I also want to hear about, if you guys don't know, he's been basically running. He doesn't let anybody know where he stays. He's very worried. His mother doesn't even know where he is. It will be from a secure location, but at the end of the day, we need to figure this out. All right. Again, we saw Brother Love literally river dance all over. And I don't mean that disrespectful. I mean that in horror. All over Cassie in the hallway. all over. The things that Cassie knows about this man, he literally had to give her his last liquid penny. I know what people are saying, oh, Diddy owns a lot. Yeah, but you know how it is with the rich. You got a lot of assets, but liquid cash, seems like he's struggling. Again, Diddy called Cassie a liar. Diddy laughed in Cassie's face. Diddy said he's looking forward to his day in court. And then we found out a few months later that Diddy had lied to all of us. We found out that Diddy was giving high narc social, whatever you want to call it. It was giving weird. It was getting weird. All right. There is no judge in the world that would dismiss this case based off of what Diddy's team is saying, especially when the feds are holding on to the evidence. The judge will at least wait until the indictment, like, well, hold on, before I dismiss, let's see what's going on with the indictment, because we was watching CNN too when we saw them boys in blue roll up like it's Call of Duty. All right. It is what it is, right? Again, the fact that now Justin Combs is involved in this, the complaint didn't include Justin Combs. Again, Father of the Year got his son involved in something, okay? He wasn't named, he wasn't mentioned, he wasn't hinted at. Why is the only people that were named is Diddy, and in the second lawsuit with Christian, he was named for raping someone. But otherwise than that, why is he pulling Justin in? It's really weird. Listen, it's daddy of the decade. You leave your boys high and dry. You are willing to make everybody fall on your sword in order for you to get out of this. Again, you guys, I do have to say, this is all my opinion. Please don't take what I'm saying as fact. Please go do your own research, but I am sharing what I learned. And please go do your own research to make your own opinion up. I do want to say that also everything I'm saying is based upon information and belief based off of court documents, of course, blog articles, statements out of the people's own mouth. Christian Combs struggle, nepo, mumble rap, diss track to the feds. The feds clap back. And also based upon Diddy saying that he is 100% innocent and he will be vindicated and the Combs name shall be restored. I do have to say that everything is being said, whether it's Little Rod's case or any of the women, even down to Cassie, was all allegations. And just like he said with Cassie, everything Diddy said that he is 100% innocent and everybody's just hating on him and he is going to be vindicated. Interestingly enough, once the feds dropped their mixtape, everybody around Diddy scattered. Diddy still seems to think that he has a hope. His lawyer team, by dropping this, has just officially destroyed any chance he had at freedom because he is establishing himself not only in the court as this is just a billing exercise, you can't be serious, but in the legal framework, and legal eyes do pay attention. Everybody is noticing where is your affidavit under penalty of perjury? Where's your sworn declaration under penalty of perjury? You're saying all this. Are you vowing that all these claims are false? But again, you can't because the feds have the evidence. The feds have the evidence. I wonder if we can actually we'll talk about that with Little Rod, all right? Again, listen, it is what it is. It's definitely billing exercises. They have no defense to this, okay? And this is how you know, at least what the legal streets are saying, that it looks like Diddy's legal team is fleecing him. But by fleecing him, you've made yourself look as stupid as Stevie J in an Amazon polyester two-piece on the beach with some suede New Balances and some ankle socks. Oof, I know those puppies are sweating. Listen, they released that video of him and Stevie J on the beach. Diddy feels hopeful again. They got that man feeling hopeful. Cause I'm hopeful here for a day. Yes, I'm hopeful. Listen what y'all should be hearing when you watch this. Yeah, I'm hopeful here for a day. There are brighter days ahead. Look at him. He probably like, listen, when I'm back on top, gonna be a million bad joys. That Miss Mama is rocking that out. Even though she has lost her mind asking to take a picture with Diddy, Can we give a shout out to Miss Mama in the orange swimsuit? She is wearing that orange swimsuit. The mind ain't right, but the orange swimsuit is sitting and hitting. When I saw that, I said, okay, Miss Body, yes, I'm hopeful, here for today. There are brighter days ahead that will stop. Listen, Diddy is hopeful. And it ain't, listen, who said that? Somebody said that they are taking their time arresting him. They are. This isn't even the FBI, baby. This is Homeland Security. Let's get into some of these super chat. Dory, what's up, Dory? Thank you for being a member for 6 months. Dory said, so happy to be in the Tattletale family. Y'all, thank you. You ate a tireless binge of tea, and we're all so great. Thank you, Dory. I appreciate that. Paul Harrison. Paul, you better hope I never find a way to pay you back for this. You're going to get the best Christmas gift in the world. Paul Harrison said, hey, beautiful Tisa. Oh, thank you. Haven't spoken to my sister in a while. You do a lot of short videos, always looking for the live videos. The great day is coming for P. Diddy. Will be seen in handcuffs in September. Listen, speaking into existence. Paul, I hope everything's going good with your recovery. You guys, if you're in the chat, please show Paul some love. He just went through something very challenging to his health, but he is getting rest and he is getting stronger. Everybody send love and light to Powell Harrison. Powell Harrison, thank you so much for the generous super chat. I appreciate it so much. And I'm going to find a way to make sure I can send all this back to you. Laquandria Glover said, I should not be lurking and waiting for Tisha to spill the tea the way I do. You're part of my morning and evening routine. Laquandria, thank you so much, Miss Glover. Miss Goddess K, thank you so much for becoming a member. And also, Only Built for Cuban Links said, Diddy's day of reckoning is coming. Big up, Tisa. Big up, Only Built for Cuban Links. Diddy's day of reckoning is coming. And even though he's walking around looking like, look at this. I will never respect the man that got his girl looking bummier than him. If you are with them, we got to keep up an appearance. We supposed to like, can somebody try to match my freak? Literally, you're supposed to match each other. What is this? We either both bummy in Amazon. Ain't nothing wrong with Amazon, because y'all know I'll put on an Amazon 2-piece in a second. But that's different. Spandex looks good on me. My whole point is, right? We're supposed to match each other's fly. How are you in a Gucci Silk 2024 2-piece, right? And some Bottega Veneta sandals, and I'm in an Amazon 2-piece with some probably not even some fresh white ankle socks. You know, when your ankle socks, you gotta throw them away every 3 months because for some reason they just always get that like slight, like they never bright white again. So after 3 months, you got to go to Foot Locker and pick up a few packs. Yeah. Probably got some dingy white ankle socks on and some suede New Balances on a beach. Look at him. Sand. That's why he walking so funny. Sand getting in his shoes, but he don't know. Literally, I guess he was too busy. CBJ was too busy watching the Cam Newton interview. You know, look at him. I was raised to serve my man. Look at this. That's why Stevie's walking so funny. He's trying to walk on water like Jesus did because he don't want any sand to get into those ankle socks. Look at Stevie J. Look at him. I was raised to serve my man. Look at this. I believe in serving my man, cooking, cleaning, anything the Lord desires. Listen, I'm just saying. P said, hey, Tisa, I'm getting some ice cream too. Shout out to all the ice cream. I think for now on, whenever I do lives, I'm going to start. The last question is be like, really quick, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Because I do believe that you can find out a lot about someone by what their favorite ice cream flavors are. I also think you can find out if somebody has a dark, evil, bitter, conniving, lying Jezebel soul by people that get annoyed by people that like ice cream. I really do think that, but hey, that's just me. Pearlies and cream. That's my mommy's favorite thing. Pearlies and cream or butter. No, wait, my dad's favorite is butter pecan and my mom's favorite is pearline and cream. I'll eat any type of ice cream. It don't matter. Mixture Samantha, what's up? Said showing love, but not the Diddy way. I've been watching the YSL trial. Can we put a Okay, we sick little Woody on Diddy. Yo, we need to throw Diddy into those YSL boys. I don't know if he gonna come out. That's what we actually need. That's what we actually need. But anyway, you guys, all jokes aside, oh, mint chip. I love mint chip, but only Baskin Robbins mint chip. I don't like it when they get really fancy and put in big chunks of chocolate. I like the way Baskin Robbins mint chip. It's like flakes. That's my favorite. And that neon green. Yes, yes. Mint chocolate shake. Cheesecake ice cream is okay. A delicious vanilla. A man's favorite vanilla. We will go into like the most advanced ice cream shop in the world, right? I'm getting back on something. Let me just cook. And I'll be because with me, when I see new ice cream flavors, I'll be like, I will take 6 scoops and I'll pick out all the flavors that I never tasted before. I love ice cream. He'll be like, I'll take a scoop of vanilla. And sometimes he gets jiggy with it and he gets a scoop of coconut. And I'll be like, oh, I can't stand you. But I guess that's good because the stuff he likes, I'm like, you cool, you got it. And the stuff I like, he's like, it's cool, you got it. So we never fight over food. It's like, you got it. I'll sit there and watch you eat, but it's like, you got it. But yeah, when he feels like getting jiggy with it, he go for the coconut. And I'll be like, you got flavors I have never even seen in my life. And you getting coconut and vanilla. You know, yes. Oh, cookies and cream is my jam. I love Rocky Road, but only Dryers. Is it dry? Yeah, Dryers Rocky Road. No, sorry, Edie's. Eddys. Edie's Rocky Road. It's the best Rocky Road in the world. Chef's kiss. Oh, girl. Okay, now Auntie Penelope. We're about to get back into Auntie Penelope. We see each other. Thrifty's ice cream is the best. I should have been so hype about that. Thrifty's ice cream is the best ice cream I've ever had. I love Thrifty's. Double malted chocolate crunch, chef's kiss. Their mint chocolate, chef's kiss. The little circus animal ice cream, chef's kiss. What we want, the black cherry, chef's kiss. The cherry cordial, or whatever you call it, chef's kiss. We go hard for Thrifty's ice cream. Yes. We go the birthday cake at Coldstone. You know, I never had that one. I'm gonna try it. Briars, caramel, strawberry. I'm no Thelma strawberry. It's okay, girl. You in the ice cream room, but you gotta go stand in the corner with the vanilla and the whatchamacallit was. You gotta go stand in the courtroom. You know what I'm saying? The peanut butter, yes. Ben and Jerry's dirt cake and half baked. I haven't had that one. Okay, y'all put me down. I'm gonna start trying the other flavors because as much as I be trying to clown. Maybe I stick to the ones I know too. Listen, Larry from last night said I haven't. Oh, rum raisin. That's my mom's also second favorite. Yes, I come from a family of ice cream lovers. Come from a family. Lisa Rodriguez said, "Tisa, oh, you know, it's also my mom's one of her favorites. But don't get me wrong, Pearlings and cream always beats. But rum raisin and Haagen-Dazs vanilla Swiss almond and Haagen-Dazs rum raisin. If I don't know what to get her, and she's like, whatever, I'm like, let me just get the Pearlings and cream. She'll eat any brand half, but the vanilla raisin and the chocolate, the what is it, vanilla Swiss almond. Those are my mom's top 3. Literally, that is the one. Okay, Lisa. Okay, we all on the same. We on the same page. All on the same page. Mint cookies and cream is delish. Woo! Listen. Wait, what is it? You need to come to Sydney. I've been in Sydney. She said, you need to come to Sydney. There's a company called Messina Gelato, and the flavors are off the charts. My fave. Don't play with me. Hold on. Where's part 2? Wait, she said, it's wrong. Cream cheese and caramel gelato smashed with white chocolate potato chips smothered in caramel sauce. All right, we're gonna have to take up that. Y'all think I'm joking? I will post me being in Sydney eating every little bite of ice cream. And I've been in the gym getting things tight. It's time to muddy the waters a little bit. It's time to muddy the waters. And I'm gonna wear some spandex on my trip to Sydney. But y'all know one thing I will say. Have y'all actually been to Australia? Australia has Sydney and not Melbourne. Is it Melbourne? The two big cities, they have amazing food culture. Amazing food culture. And I love the fact they have a bunch of brunch spots. These brunches, you ain't going to take another meal. Like they're like feast. It's just so good. It's so good. All right. Exactly. Pistachio ice cream. That's another one of my mom's favorites. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Y'all getting. Oh, you know what I will say? Cassandra Sills says, come to Texas. We have the best ice cream in the world. Bluebell is in Bryan, Texas. Let me tell you something. I've never been to Bryan, Texas. However, I have had some. Is it Bluebell or is it Blue Bunny? I think it's Bluebell. They have a pistachio almond. It's either Bluebell or Blue Bunny. I think it's Bluebell's pistachio almond. It's a green one. I love pistachio ice cream. That's how you do it. Also, really quick, Thelma Jordan, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Woo! Listen, where are we at? Oh, and they said this month they have a 6-course tasting menu around gelato. I'm trying to get a booking. Yo, as soon as we get off that live, I'm gonna be like, wake up, we gotta go to Australia. Robbie Aperson said coconut gelato in Italy. Just stop it. Let me tell you something. This is the last thing I'll leave y'all with. One of the most delicious things I ever had was in Croatia, right outside the walled city, right? Dubrovnik, right outside the walled city. You guys have to go. It's where they film Games of Thrones. It's this whole medieval city. It's really beautiful. Right outside the walled city, where you enter, there's like this Michelin star restaurant tasting menu. Go there. It's really good at night. It's really good. But on the other side, there is this ice cream shop. I got orange ice cream, the best orange ice cream in my life. I didn't even know I liked, or not sherbet, but ice cream. I didn't even know I liked orange ice cream like that. But then they had this coconut topping, but it's like white chocolate and coconut mixed together, but it's not white chocolate and coconut, but it looks like it. And they poured on top. That was the best ice cream of my life. I remember I was literally, because it was hot in Dubrovnik, and I was arguing with my family, as I tend to do. And because when it's hot, you just get on each other's nerves, right? And I remember we were in the middle of arguing. We stopped in that ice cream shop. I'm telling you, all of a sudden, that first bite, and it's good when you start passing it around for everybody to taste. Like, no, taste this, taste this, taste this. Everybody in the family started passing their ice. We were passing our ice creams to everybody for us to taste. It was so good. I'm telling you, Croatia, right outside the walled city. I actually went back twice, and not that time, but over that year. And I kept saying, oh my God, I love Dubrovnik. I love Croatia. Oh my God. There's this Hotel Excelsior where you can it don't matter. The whole point is, and I literally kept dragging everybody back just for that ice cream. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. And now they know. We love a good pencil push-up pop. Oh, the kiddie aisle of popsicles, I'll take every popsicle in the world. If you look in my freezer, there's every flavor of popsicle I can fit in. My dream is to have a freezer specifically dedicated to ice cream and popsicles, and that's it. But I want really exotic stuff, and then the cheesy stuff that comes in the supermarket. Dreamsicle is so good. Bluebell, that's what it is. Bluebell pistachio almonds, so good. All right, y'all. So listen, let me get out of here. I have a few more videos to make. We got to talk about so much stuff that's going on. It's going to be a heavy upload day. What time is it? It's going to be a heavy upload day. So keep checking back. And if I can, I might go live later. But y'all know who I am. I got to go to dinner. But I'm going to do a heavy upload day today. All right. I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Oh, wait. Did I remember everything? Okay, I got everybody. All right. Bye, everybody. Talk to y'all later.